I increased my antidepressant meds the other day, and I was not ready for the side effects, so while I was vacuuming, I shit my pants. Yeah, that's it. That's the entire thing.
I have lost over 140 pounds, and whenever anyone asks me how I did it, I say hard work, but in reality, I had a gastric sleeve surgery to help me.
My secret is I spent a year and a half in an abusive and toxic relationship, and I lost my self-confidence and my self-image, and I lost myself in it. And so I'm in the process of rebuilding who I am and who I define myself as, and loving myself.
So I hate being touched by people, and I think it started when I was a kid and my parents always said stay away from just anyone, adults, like don't let them near you, don't let them touch you, and I think it's just now engraved in my head that I don't want to be touched by anyone. Like I hate it. I hate hugs unless I haven't seen you in a while, but I don't like people coming up to me at all. And I think it got extremely serious in high school when my best friend, I remember we were in our living room and she said, "Have you ever been molested?" And I was like, "What? Like, why would you ask that?" But it was because I hate it to be touched. Like I hated her touching me, hugging me, all of that. But that's my secret. Shh.
When I was in high school, me and my friends would go run around and hang out down in sewers and big culverts, and we called ourselves the Sewer Boys. We would crawl out from the drainage pipes and just end up being really stinky all the time.
So I'd have to say my biggest secret would be the fact that I'm 25 years old, never been kissed, but I'm okay with it.
This isn't a very sketchy story, but my friends and I, when we graduated high school, we all hopped in. One of my friends comes from a really big family, so he's got this huge van, and we all got in the van and drove down this really busy road down in Arizona where we're from, and played the yellow light game. It's just a bunch of like 10 dudes in the car, and we all played any yellow light you saw. We had to touch the roof, and the last one to touch the roof had to take an item of clothing off, and we all got nearly naked, and it was just really stupid and funny because the car got super steamy and gross, but it was a fun time and a memory that I'll probably never forget.
Hi, my secret is I farted in the Sistine Chapel.
So my secret is when I lived in LA, I was taking a long run, and I was outside like running by the airport on the sidewalk, and I had ran like 3 miles out, so I had to run 3 miles to get back, and I had to shit really bad. So I shit on the side of the road and used my sock to wipe my ass.
My secret is whenever I was in middle school, I was pretty bad, and I had like 19 referrals, and my parents never find out about it, so, and they still don't know to this day.
I've been really indecisive about my major for the past 2 years, but I act like I'm really passionate about it.
I pretty much always feel anxious when I go to visit my parents.
My secret is that I'm still completely in love with my ex-boyfriend who cheated on me, and I cheated back, but I don't know.
People always tell me that I have my life together and that they're super proud of me and that I'm super strong after everything that I've been through. And I honestly always really hate it when people tell me that. Because despite everything that I've been through, I just feel like it's always beaten me, and that like all they see is kind of the outside perception, like all the fake facade that I put on, and that in reality I really just feel like a very passive participant in my own life. So my senior year of high school, I was dating this guy named, actually I'll kind of omit the name. And anyway, we were out on a date, we were at this kind of park or whatever. It had just gotten dark, it's December, sun goes down pretty early. And anyway, so this van pulls up, someone kind of starts walking towards us, and then someone runs up behind and hits him in the back of the head with a baseball bat. And so it was like the first person that I really ever really liked, and you know, the first person I dated, and really the only person thus far. And he was taken to the hospital. I called 911 because I booked it, kind of got as far away as possible. And he was declared brain dead in the hospital 9 days later. And so that was kind of a great end to my senior year of high school, and then a really hard way to start like college and everything that comes after that, with still trying to be a functional member of society.
My family secret was I ran away from home because family problems. Since my mom is an immigrant, it was really hard for us to do anything without her getting in trouble for it. And one day she had to go to court to see if they were going to send her back or not. Hearing the news really broke me, so I decided to run away from home. I ran away for about 2 days, and they were out looking for me for 2 days. She's still here. Right now we're still dealing with the problem. She might go later this year, actually. So she's trying to come see me like next weekend before she has to go away, because that's a possibility.
Hey everyone, quick announcement. I decided to make a separate channel for my podcast. It's going to be linked in the description. The new channel is called Hey Stranger, which, as you know, is the name of my podcast. If you enjoy watching the video versions to my podcast, make sure to subscribe on there. That would mean a lot. I tried really hard not to make a second channel because I just didn't want a second channel, but it really made sense for the podcast to have its own channel because they're longer videos and I'm in them, and I'm usually not in my videos on here, so I finally decided to make the new channel for it. I really hope you guys will consider subscribing on there. Again, it's linked in the description. And yeah, so for my main channel, I'm back to my regular schedule, which is I'll be uploading every Thursday on here, just like we used to. I'm back from my break. And for my podcast, I'll be uploading every other Tuesday. So basically every Thursday on here, and every other Tuesday I'll be posting my podcast episodes on the new channel that's linked in the description. And then of course you could still find the audio versions of my podcast on all the podcast platforms. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for everything. I love you all. I'm happy to be back, and I'll see you next week.